Hey, welcome, Gopher fans, to Molly Baum Field. Andy O'Connor along with you here, just doing a quick test on the mics to make sure we've got sound as we'd expected here today. Be right back with a matchup against Dover-Eyota, first game of the doubleheader tonight. Be right back. Hey, welcome, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here to Molly Baum Field in a beautiful Thursday evening. A slated doubleheader between the Eagles of Dover-Eyota and our Chatfield Gophers. Gophers got a win earlier in the week versus Fillmore Central just on Tuesday night. First pitch, strike down in the zone, but swung out here. Caden Haig at the plate for the Eagles. Pop up to left field and back. Whoa, that one drifted a little further. It's off the glove in left field. And Haig hustling around will get himself to second base. So Haig reaches on an error to the left fielder. And up here is Luke Myers. He is the left fielder record for Dover-Eyota today. Haig on second base, staying pretty close to the bag. Pitch is in, strike on the outside. So good job working ahead here so far on these batters for Cole Raymaker. Quickly 0-2 to Luke Myers, left-handed batter. Like I say hello to his dad, Joel. Nobody down here, top of one. Runner on second base. Good lead for Haig over there. And that one's going to get away from Sean. That one is over in the right-hand batter's box. And that'll make it 1-2, and Haig moves into third base and into definite scoring position there. Myers would like to pull one down that line. When a good breaker is going to catch the outside, and a strikeout here for the first out of the top of the first inning. Good pitch here. Nice tight curveball from Cole Raymaker. So one down here. Matt Mateka steps to the plate. Big swing, and that one's going to be going toward the left field line, and it will be out of play. So 0-1 to Mateka. Big cut from him. He saw that on the inside half and wanted to go with it. Nice shot. Second pitch offering here, and Mateka is going to pull that one foul down the left field line again. Quickly 0-2. Let's see if Cole can't get on top of that breaking ball and catch that outside. Mateka obviously is going to pull the ball if he at all can. 0-2 to Matejka, one down here, top of one. And a good cut comes back. Good battle here between these two. Curveball is going to get in there, but fly out into left field. And we're going to have our first run of the ball game. Hag comes in there. Matejka does his job and sacrifice to the left fielder for the first run of the ball game. Two down here, top of one. Joel Skukrud comes to the plate for the Eagles. I'd be really careful there with Matejka going on the inside. Skukrud, good cut. Over to left field once again. That one's drifting toward the line. And it's going to be a foul ball, but caught over there in the left field for the third out. So a lot of activity in left field there. Skukrud records the third out with a fly ball to the left fielder. Well, they plate one on an air, a couple of fly balls to left and a strikeout for Cole Raymaker here. We go to the bottom of the first inning with Chase Johnston, Kaysen Johnson, and Weston Nolte. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the first inning and lead things off for Chatfield with Chase Johnston. Matejka on the mound, deals. That's going to be down and away. Ball one. Well, that one's going to be up. Good hold there by Chase. And that one's going to be up as well. So 3-0 quickly to Chase Johnston. Gophers are down in this one, 1-0. And that'll catch the outside. Hitters count here for Chase. And that one is going to be a strike. So, evens, or actually doesn't even this one up. It's a full count to Chase Johnston. And he fights that one off. Good battle here. Matejka deals. And gets him on the inside. Good fastball there. Nice job coming back by Matejka for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up Kaysen Johnson. Going to catch the outside. Strike one. Mateka works ahead here. Good breaking ball. Took a lot off that one. Dropped off the table. It's going to be strike two on Kaysen. And that one's going to stay up. 1-2 here. Kaysen Johnson at the plate. And he's going to push one to the right center field gap, and that's going to drop in there. Kaysen rounded hard, going to stay at first base. Good shot over there to the right side for Kaysen Johnson. Ooh, and Weston. We'll see. He did not go around. 1-0 to Weston Nolte. Kaysen Johnson on first base. And he's going to hit one to the right side. Second base over there, and a 4-6-3 double play to end the threat here. 3 up, 3 down here for the Gophers. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. And we go to the top of the second inning. Owen Erke, Tyson Mulligan, and Kellen Andring for the Eagles. We'll be right back.
Leading off the top of the second, third baseman, Owen Erke.
Let's go, Erke!
Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the top of the second inning. Owen Erke at the plate. He's going to pop that one up in the infield. And Cole Rainmaker will ring down the line to make that catch.
Now batting shortstop,
So,
Tyson Mulligan.
Good hitter here, and first out, Cole Rainmaker off the top of the second inning. Tyson Mulligan steps to the plate for the Eagles. Good pitch on the inside, and that's going to catch the ump. Ooh. Actually saw one last night in the Twins game with Duran in the ninth inning. You know, pretty much a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and fouled back to the umpire's chest. So he stuck in there, but that was a bad deal. So 0-1 to Mulligan. There's that breaking ball again, and Cole looks to be on top of it today. Nice pitch. Shot to the right side. John Trude knocks it down over to Weston Nolte for the second out of this inning. Nice job, guys. So 2 down here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Kellen Andring for the Eagles. And Cole starts him off with the fastball on the inside. Nice job getting ahead. Ooh, good pitch there. Nibbled around that outside, see what he could get. That one stays up, 2-1 to Andring. Pitch on the inside, 3-1. Here's count here for Andring. Payoff, and that's going to get away from Sean. That is the first walk of the ball game. So 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Eagles with a base runner and Andring over at first. That'll bring up Blake Nordine for the Eagles. So runner on first base and Andring out to the cut already. Let's see if he's going to go. He's off. Sean with a high throw down to second base. Can't come up with that one. Good hustle there, Kaysen, getting over there. And that is going to be, he'll be safe at second base. So a runner in scoring position with 2 down here in the top of the second inning. We are in the second inning of our first game of this scheduled doubleheader. Not a cloud in the sky here at Molly Baum Field, and we deserve a little good baseball weather here after that cold start to the baseball season, but we are in the wrong state to complain about that. So we'll take all these nice days we can get. 1-0. Nordine at the plate. Pretty good lead for Andring over there. Oh, Nordine's going to hold off of that one. 2-0 to him. That one's going to be on the outside, 3-0. And that's going to come right down Main Street. Nordine taking all the way, obviously. That one's going to catch it. And we've got ourselves a full count here. 2 down in the top of the second inning. Cole comes back. Started him off 3-0, but Cole's battling back in this count. Payoff pitch. And he's going to get him swinging. So crisis averted there. Runner stranded at second base. And he gets Nordine down on strikes. Well, no runs, no hits. 1 walk and no errors there for the Gophers. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. The Dover-Eyota Eagles leading the Gophers 1-0. We'll bring up Cole Raymaker, Sean Kirshner, and Brody Whalen. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, folks. We go to the bottom of the second inning, bringing up a pitcher for the Gophers, Cole Raymaker. Cole ended that threat there in the top of the second with a strikeout. Mateka to deal. That one's going to be down the line and foul. Well, that took a squirrely hop off the line. Ryan Eichhoff will hop out of the dugout like a cat and go get that one. 0-1 here to Cole Raymaker. And he'll push this one to the right side. Right fielder Hamill in there and is going to make that catch. Couple of pitches. First out here of the bottom of the second inning for the Gophers. Fly out over there to right field. So one down here. Bottom of two. That'll bring up Sean Kirshner, Gophers catcher today. And that one will stay out. Ball one to Kirshner. Gophers looking here to just get ourselves a base runner. Brody Whalen on deck. Offering from Mateka. That'll be down. 2-0 to Sean. Also got a doubleheader in softball going on over at the field today. Strike one here. 2-1 count to Sean Kirshner. Of course, here we've got Dover-Eyota in town. They're doing some infield work, or actually some field work on their field. So they are going to be road warriors for the most, or actually the whole year, I believe. Oh, and he's going to get called out at first base. A bang play over there. Just about got there. So a 4-3 put out for the second out of the bottom of the second inning for the Gophers. That'll bring up Brody Whalen. Brody's going to hit that one back up the middle, off the glove of the shortstop, and our first base runner here in Brody Whalen. At the plate now, third baseman Thane Shield. 2 down in the bottom of the second inning, and Gophers would obviously love nothing more than to push Brody around. Manufacture a little bit. Brody, a little larger lead there. Good cut there from Thane Shield. 0-1 to him. Ethan Eichhoff on deck. Mateka readies. Long look over there. That one's going to stay down. Ball one. 1-1 here to Thane Shield. Thane Shield shot over to left field. Ranging back and making the catch is Luke Myers. And Gophers strand a first base runner here in Brody Whalen. And no runs, one hit, no errors for the Dover-Eyota Eagles in that inning. We go to the top of the third inning just like that, moving right along. We'll have Cade Hamill, Cadenhag, and Luke Myers for the Eagles. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the top of the third inning. Number 9 batter, Cade Hummel, steps to the plate for the Eagles. 1-0 in favor of the Eagles here in this one. Takes a little something off that one. Hummel swings through it. 0-1. Breaking ball just stays up. Good shot on the inside. Evens the count at 1 apiece to Hummel. And he's going to pop that one up in the infield. Cole Raymaker is going to talk and get that one. And 3 pitches. First out here in the top of the third inning. We go to the top of the order once again for the Dover-Eyota Eagles and Caden Haig. Caden Haig reached on an error to left field and scored in the first inning, the only run of the ball game. Good off speed there. Strike 1 to Haig. That one, the 59-foot variety. So that'll be a ball 1 here to Haig. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Sean tries to hold that one, and it's going to stay up, though. 2-1. That'll stay down 3-1. Cole's done a pretty good job overall of staying out of trouble, but we don't need any walks here. 3-1, hitters count to Caden Haig. And that one's in there for a strike, and we go to a full count with Haig. Top of 3 already in this first game of the doubleheader. Cole comes back with a high chopper thing. Shield ranges to his left and over to first base. Got him. Boy, a couple of bang plays at first base already this game. My goodness. 2 down here in the top of the third inning for the Eagles. That'll bring up Luke Myers. Cole got him on strikes his first time up. High chopper there. Good range over to his left there, and Haig runs well. Good job. Strike 1 to Luke Myers. Raymaker delivers. Oh, that bender's working for him tonight. Cole's feeling it. Up 0-2 here. Get a little silly on the outside. Still up in this count here. 1-2 to Myers. 2 down here in the top of the third inning. And there's that breaking ball and gets a piece of it, but Sean holds on for strike 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the third inning. We come back with Ethan Eichhoff, Ben Carrier, and Chase Johnston for the Gophers. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Mollybaum Field, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. Ethan Eichhoff will lead things off for the Gophers. Gophers trying to get something going offensively. One base runner stranded last inning in Brody Whalen. Mateka to deliver, and that'll catch it for a strike. Mateka, pretty good job of moving around in that zone so far tonight. Ethan tags that one, and that is going to get, oh, good range here by the center fielder. Wow, Caden Haig got a good jump on that. It looked like that one was going to keep floating, though, actually. And good ride there by Ethan Eichhoff. But first out here of the third inning for the Gophers. That'll bring up Ben Carrier. Mateka. That one will stay out. Strike on the inside half. Good pitch to hit there. I'd like to see Benny park one here. And that one's going to be fouled off to the left side. Oh! Falling down on the plate, kind of tripping, going over to get it, but still making the play is Owen Erkey. Good concentration to keep himself in check to catch that ball. Getting a little good-natured ribbing from his teammates, but Erkey did what he had to. Brings us to the top of the order. Chase Johnston up now. Strike on the outside. Good bender from Mateka. 0-1. 2 down. Bottom of 3. Gophers down 1-0 in this one. Oh, that one will come inside. Johnston. Brush back. 1-1 to Chase. Right down Main Street. 1-2 here to Chase Johnston. And perhaps that brushback did what it was supposed to do. And that's going to catch the outside. So a strikeout to end the threat here in the third inning. 1-2-3, snapper room down inning once again for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We go to the top of the fourth inning with Matt Mateka, Joel Skukrud, and Owen Erkey for the Eagles. We will be right back. Hey, welcome back, folks. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Game moving right along. Pitcher Matt Mateka steps to the plate for the Eagles. Cole Raymaker to deliver. Mateka, another pulled ball down there. Well, it's been pretty obvious what Mateka wants to do. He wants to get out in front of that ball and he yank it down the line. Ethan once again to get that one. 0-1 to Mateka. Good job moving up in the register just a bit on the outside. And Mateka hangs on, falls that one back, 0-2. Nobody down here in the top of the fourth inning. We've had quick action so far tonight at Molly Baum Field. Hit hard to short. Chase Johnson ranges over to his left. Good throw over to Weston Nolte. 6-3 put out here. Good hard hit ball, but Chase, Johnny on the spot. One down in the top of the fourth inning. Let him bring up Joel Skukrud. Skukrud flew out to the left fielder, his first at bat. And once again to the left fielder, Ethan Eichhoff. Couple steps back, comes in on it. And just like that, 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Owen Erke will come up, third baseman for the Eagles today. Made that catch there, falling down beyond third base, or in the foul territory by third base in the bottom of the third inning. And a good hard hit ball to left field. Ethan Eichhoff into Johnston for the cut. So, base knock here with 2 down for Owen Erke. Good hard hit ball. Tyson Mulligan will come to the plate for the Eagles. Raymaker steps off. Erke with that lead right back again. Ooh. Good throw over. Weston knocks it down. So Erke obviously runs fairly well here. Mulligan at the plate. 1-0 in favor of the Eagles. So we'll see if we're going to get a little more aggression here for both ball clubs tonight. Weston is, well, he's going to go back and hold now. 1-0 to Owen Erke. I'm sorry, Tyson Mulligan. 1-0 to him. Hit to the right side. Flips over to second base for the out. So Ump was right there and just about got it himself, but Aiden Johnsrud steady with that one and flipped it over to Chase Johnston for the out. So 4-6 put out to end the threat here in the top of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Gophers looking to get on the scoreboard. We'll bring up Kason Johnson, Weston Nolte, and Cole Raymaker. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Kason Johnson will lead things off for the Gophers. Gophers looking to get on the scoreboard, even this thing up. Out will stay down and away. Like to get Kason on base here. Good wheels. Just inside. 2-0 to him. Got to start wearing that jersey just a bit untucked here, a little more. Get himself a base on that one. 2-0, Kaysen Johnson at the plate for the Gophers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Quickly moving along in this ball game. That one will stay down, 3-0 to Kaysen. Down and out, 4-pitch walk for Kaysen Johnson. So base runner with nobody down in the bottom of the 4th inning will bring up Big Weston Nolte. We had these little nicknames here for these guys, and we've watched Weston grow up here. Obviously for quite a long time. He played a lot of ball in this program. First pitch to him, he's going to go foul. There's a happy fan. 0-1 here to Weston Nolte. Kaysen getting a little more of a lead there. And a good hard hit ball right up the gut. Hagg's going to range over and get that one. Nice shot there from Weston. No doubter on that base knock. So we got runners here, a little home cooking going on. Gophers with runners at first and second base. Cole Raymaker to the plate. Runners on first and second. That one will stay just in. So Mateka not quite as sharp so far in this 4th inning. We'll see if he can't right the ship. Gophers threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. Good job. Takes a little something off that one and evens the count at 1 apiece. Cole hits it hard to the shortstop. They're going to go to third. That one gets to the dugout. Everybody is safe. Weston got down the line hard. That was a tough ball to range into the hole to get that one. And we've got bases juiced for the Gophers. And that'll bring up catcher Sean Kirshner. And run here, Andrew Eichhoff will run for Cole Raymaker. And Mulligan here went to third, and he might have gotten Kaysen there. The throw was just a little bit down, and Erke over at third base couldn't quite hold on to that one. But as I mentioned here, Weston saw that one deep in the hole, and he was getting to second base really quickly. So it might have been his only play other than going to first, and he was pretty deep in the hole. So I don't think he would have gotten Cole Raymaker over there. Kirshner watches that one stay outside. 1-0. Nobody down in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Gophers. I see Sean just pull one down that line. Hit yours, Sean. There you go. That one stays out. 2-0 to Sean Kirshner. That one will catch you inside. Boy, I'd like to see him throw that one again. Sean get the head of the bat out there. Corners up for Dover-Eyota. Andrew Eichhoff running over at first base. That one will stay down and away. 3-1, hitter's count here to Sean Kirshner. Well, Sean, he's thinking of one pitch and one pitch only. Hit yours there, big fella. Let's bust this thing out. Going to hit it to the right side. That's going to score 1 run. Whoa. They will get the first out over at second base. Gophers tie this one up. And we will get a courtesy runner in Ryan Rindles over there for Sean. Sean will reach on that fielder's choice. However, good job going to that right side. Weston Nolte will move his way or make his way over to third base. So runners at the corner. We've got Ryan Rindles over there at first base, and we'll see what kind of activity we want to get into over there. Ryan's going to stay put for right now. Brody Whalen at the plate, and Brody is pretty adept here at going the other way with it. So we got quite a bit of room over there to the right side. That one's going to stay lower half of the register, but a strike nonetheless here. One and one to Brody Whalen. One down, one run in for the Gophers. Brody's going to flare that one over there, pop to the first baseman. And just like that, two down. That'll bring up Thane Shield. Two down, bottom of the fourth inning. Gophers have tied this one up at one apiece. We've had a pretty quickly moving ball game. I would expect Ryan Rindles to take off here. See if we can't bait him into something. And they're going to give him the base. So Thane Shield, couple of runners in scoring position. Two down, bottom of four. Gophers have tied this one at one apiece. Thaner left side, he's going to bring in at least one run. Ryan Rindles is going to round and score Thane Shield. Let's go, Thanos. Atta boy, Thaner. Couple of runs score here, and Gophers go up in this one 3-1 over the Eagles. That'll bring up Ethan Eichhoff. So Thane, good job getting the head out there. Shot her between short and third. Couple of ribbies there for him. Ethan Eichhoff. Thane with a pretty good lead over there. Ethan ahead of that one. Mateka has started us off with off speed here most of the first pitches here. And Gophers probably just need to keep their hands back and be a little patient with it. A little lead there for Thane. And that one is popped to the right side, and we'll see if that one gets out of here. Ooh. Eagles converge on it. Skooker tries to get it over above the dugout. Can't get to it. Kind of a tough play over there. Didn't know if he was going to go into the dugout or off of the eve of the dugout or not. So Ethan Eichhoff down 0-2 in this count. Is looking to hang on here, push this count out with Mateka. And Mateka's going to go gas up high and get that third out of this inning on a strikeout. Well, the damage is done. Gophers plate 3 in the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning, to go up in this one 3-1 over the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We come back with Eagles, Kellen Andring, Blake Nordine, and Cade Hommel. Will be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Well, Gophers go up in this one 3-1 after a 3-run outburst there in the bottom of the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Dover-Eyota will bring up Kellen Andring to lead things off. Andring took a walk his first at bat and was stranded on first base. Raymaker to deal. Up in the zone, 1-0 to Andring. That will stay in, 2-0. And that's on the inside. Boy, that's twice now the ump's gotten it. Not an easy profession, obviously. So, 2-1 to Andring. Nobody down here in the top of the 5th inning. We've got a quickly moving ball game between the Gophers and the Eagles. And inside half evens this count up at 2 apiece. 2-2 to Andring. Raymaker probably bringing that breaker. Who's going to stay in? Sean was setting up outside, and he was expecting something out there. Payoff pitch from Raymaker, and that one will be in the dirt. That will be a walk. Andring once again reaches on a walk. So we've got our first base runner for the Eagles in the 5th inning. To the plate, Blake Nordine. Cole Raymaker got him on strikes, his first at bat. Nobody down here. Good cut. Sean holds on to that one. First pitch strike. Andring staying pretty close over there at first base. And he is going. And it's going to be a strike, and the throw is errant. Just kind of takes a little tail off to the right side. Kason Johnson comes up and cuts that one off. Evens the count here, actually goes up 0-2 in this count. That breaking ball just held on. Good pitch. So runner in scoring position over there at second base for the Eagles. And a little breaking ball's going to get him. Sean holds on. And we've got our first out of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Cade Hummel for the Eagles. Little look to second base. Andring with a big lead over there. Down and away. 1-0. So Cole laboring just a little bit this inning, but he came back to right the ship here in this last at-bat with Nordine. Hammel's going to push it over to the right side. Weston will take a few steps back and to his left. And a first out is recorded of the 5th inning. And a pop fly over to Weston Nolte. Andring holds his ground at second base. We go back to the top of the order for the Eagles. Caden Haig steps to the plate. Haig reached on an air and scored in the first, and was a 5-3 putout. Good play by Thane Shield in that at bat. High chopper over to him. Got Haig by a half step. That one's going to stay just up. 1-0 to Haig. Up once again. Two 2-0 to Caden Haig. 2 down. Top of 5. Gophers lead this one 3-1. And he's going to foul that one back over the Dover-Eyota dugout. 2-1. Raymaker. Couple checks over at second base with Andring. Comes with that breaking ball, fly ball to center field. Kaysen Johnson going to call it off, and he'll make the third out of this 5th inning. Well, one runner stranded on second base after a walk to Andring and a stolen base from him. But Gophers quell this threat in the top of the 5th inning by the Eagles, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gophers leading this one 3-1. We'll bring up Ben Carrier, Chase Johnston, and Kaysen Johnson. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gophers leading this one 3-1 over the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We bring up Benny the Bull Carrier to the plate to lead things off. Ben popped out to the third baseman, his first at bat. Oh, and that one comes inside. 1-0 to Ben Carrier. Mateka to deliver. Ben's going to, he offered. So strike one. 1-1 here. I think Ben wanted to push one over to that right side. Ooh, and that one's going to catch the inside. Nice slow breaker on the inside from Mateka. And we'll see where the catcher sets up here for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. 1-2 to Ben Carrier. And Ben's going to pop this one to the left side once again. Erke ranges over and catches that one behind the third base. And that's going to be the first out here at the bottom of the 5th inning for the Gophers. Back to the top of the order we go with Chase Johnston. Chase has gone down on strikes a couple of times here tonight. Delivery from Mateka and off the fist to second base. And just like that, a couple of quick outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kaysen Johnson steps to the plate. So that one is right off the handle. Over to the second baseman. 2 down. Bottom of 5. Gophers lead at 3-1, however. That one will catch you outside. Excuse me. That one up and in. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Take it to deliver. Chopper to short. Oh, that took a squirrely hop, that last one. Kaysen's going to make it there by a step. And we've got our first base runner. Infield hit from Kaysen Johnson. And we'll get Sam Ruskell. So Kaysen has had a couple lower body. Probably just a little bit of use on him here. He's been battling some things here over the last year or so. But reaches on an infield hit. That'll bring up Weston Nolte. Weston with a hard knock here to left center field to reach his last at bat. Ruskell over at first base, running for Kaysen. Drops that bender in there. Tell you what, Weston sees that one again. You're going to keep those hands back and give that thing a ride. We have wind coming across the field, so if he wants to pull one out of here, he certainly can. Weston must have read my mind, pulled the ball down the left field line. There goes Ryan Eichhoff to get that one. 0-2 here to Weston Nolte. 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gophers with a runner on first base. Kaysen Johnson reached on an infield hit. Sam Ruskell running for him. Good cut. Oh, and 2, Matejka on the mound. If I was a betting man, I'd say he is probably going to throw that bender. Sam Ruskell, a little bigger lead over there. He's taken off. Good jump. Really good jump by Ruskell. I think it'd been safe either way. A little hit and run action going on from the Gophers. I like it. Putting a little pressure on. Signs here from Coach Baum. Weston right up the middle. And a quick flip from the shortstop to the second baseman will get the third out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, Gophers, 1 runner on base there. That infield hit from Kaysen Johnson. But they failed to bring any runs around here. But they still lead here in this ball game, 3-1 over the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We will come back for the Eagles. Luke Myers, Matt Matejka, and Joel Skukrud will be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Welcome back to Mollybaum Field in this showdown here between the Chatfield Gophers and the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Luke Myers to lead things off for Dover-Eyota. Little off speed on the outside. Catches it and a swing and a miss here for Myers. Raymaker working ahead. He'll bring that breaker. Good job keeping his hands back there. Fouled that one straight back. 0-2, however, to Myers. Raymaker up 0-2 in this count. And Myers hangs once again. Good job. He's keeping his hands back nicely on that off speed and the breaking balls. See if Cole can't sneak one by him. Comes inside, still up in this count, 1-2 to Luke Myers. And he's going to get him a little tail fastball on the outside. Strikeout for Cole Raymaker. Matt Matejka, pitcher for the Eagles, steps to the plate. Matejka with a fly out to the left and a 6-3 put out his last at bat. Gophers lead this one in the top of the 6th inning, 3-1 over Dover-Eyota. Raymaker deals, and a good hard hit ball between short and third. Just gets under the glove of Thane Shield. And we've got a base runner for the Dover-Eyota Eagles with one down in the top of the 6th. Joel Skukrud, first baseman for Dover-Eyota, steps to the plate. Matejka, pretty decent lead over there. We haven't tested Sean a whole lot. Just one attempt in a 1-0 to Skukrud. Matejka with a big lead. He's going. Sean, good throw down to second. Has got him. Beautiful throw on the right side of that bag. Aiden Johnsrud applies the tag. And 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Good throw from Sean there. Good quick release. And all Aiden had to do was slap that tag down. That one's going to stay out. 2-1, or actually 3-1, I believe. Skukrud cuts that over the Dover-Eyota dugout. That'll even things up at 2 apiece. Little slow bender, gets him, strikes him out to end the inning. Well, after getting a runner caught stealing here by a beautiful throw from Sean Kirshner and a tag by Aiden Johnsrud, we get another strikeout here to end the top of the 6th inning for the Eagles. In the bottom of the 6th, the Gophers will bring up Cole Raymaker, Sean Kirshner, and Brody Whalen will be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here on a beautiful evening at Molly Baum Field. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gophers up in this one 3-1. We bring Cole Raymaker to the plate to start things off for the Gophers. And he quickly knocks one straight up the gut to center field. Oh, and he gets past the center fielder. Raymaker on his horse. He is going to get to third base. He's rounding. Cut comes in. Come on, Cole. That a boy. And a leadoff triple to start things for Cole Raymaker. Well, just like that, Gophers with another runner in scoring position. Cole helping himself out, pitcher of record for the Gophers. Your own best friend hitting a triple to start things off there. Cole turning on the Jets, coming around second base. Well, Andrew Eichhoff will run for him. Sean Kirshner to the plate for the Gophers. Nobody down here in the bottom of the sixth. Shawnee, another hard hit ball to right center, and that's going to get into the gap, and we'll see. Sean's going to round, and that one is a beauty as well. Another triple is going to score that run. Wow, a good job. Hey, you like that pitch, you drive. Nice. So Matejka got a little too much of the plate. I think he knew it. We'll get a pinch runner in here for catcher Sean Kirshner. Ryan Rindle's come to the plate. Brody Whalen up for the Gophers. Gophers now up in this one. Brody Whalen, chopper to short, and is going to be deep in the hole. Knocked down, and Brody will be safe. So another run scores for the Gophers. That'll make it 5-1 in favor of Chatfield. Deep in the hole. And he almost, that's a tough play to make over there. Brody got down the line very well. Bring up Thane Shield. Still nobody out in the bottom of the sixth inning. Brody. Thane takes a good cut at that one. It's going to be, woo, pop back here. Nobody's going to get to that one. Matejka up 0-1 in this count. Thane with a big hit. His last at bat brought across 2 runs, a couple of ribbies for him. Brody Whalen, pretty conservative lead so far over there. And he'll get back. And that one's going to get past him. Brody's going to make his way down to second base. So, boy, it's one of those things. Things are snowballing a little bit for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. Matejka just kind of bounced over a skooker, just an odd hop, and he couldn't get to it. And we've got a runner at second base and in scoring position after that throw. Thane Shield down 0-1 in this count. We'll see if Thaner can't thread one through the infield once again. Matejka to deliver. Thane will pull that one back. Evens the count here, 1 apiece. Brody Whalen over at second base. Couple runs already across here for the Gophers. 5-1 is their lead now. And Brody's going to hit one to the right side, and that's going to get down. Hag quickly over there. And good job. Nice hustle there from Brody Whalen. He scores from second base. Thane Shield, another RBI for you. Nice job, Big Cat. So Thaner already with 3 RBIs on the day. That'll put the Gophers up 6-1. Ethan Eichhoff comes to the plate for the Gophers. Matejka still on the mound for Dover-Eyota. Thane, big lead over there. Good breaking ball. Matejka comes back with a slow bender for a strike. Ethan lays off that one. Tough to swing at that first pitch breaking ball like that, but a really nice pitch from Matejka. Big lead once again for Thane. And a little look over there. Back pick potentially. Evens the count at 1 apiece. That one was just out. So Blake Nordine behind the plate for the Eagles. Ooh, Ethan check swing on that one, fouls it off. 1-2, Matejka up in this count. Nobody down in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gophers have plated 3 more, and they lead this one 6-1 over Dover-Eyota. Ooh, low bridge. Evens the count at 2 apiece. That one will stay up. Matejka just couldn't stay up on top of that breaking ball. We go to a full count to Ethan Eichhoff. And Thane Shield takes off, and that one will be on the inside, and it'll be a walk. Gophers with runners on first and second once again. And she's just been a tough go of things here so far in the 6th inning for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We're going to have a trip to the mound. Well, the Gophers have busted out here in the 5th and 6th innings, or actually the 4th and 6th innings. They only score on even numbered innings, I guess. 3 runs in the 4th with a couple of RBIs from Thane Shield. And in the 6th inning, Thane with another RBI. A couple of triples in the book for the Gophers here. So they busted out from the plate, actually. Ethan Eichhoff over at first. Thane Shield at second. And we're going to get a pitching change. We'll bring in Joel Skukrud for the Eagles. Skukrud. Going to take his warm-up pitches. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field. And pitching change for Dover-Eyota. Joel Skukrud will move over from first base. And sit on the mound. Nobody down in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gophers with runners on first and second, threatening once again. Ben Carrier at the plate. He's going to catch the outside. And just watching some warm-up pitches, looked like Skukrud was really loving that breaking ball, but he comes back with a little gas on the outside half. Ben Carrier down 0-1 in this count. Just wants to shoot one over there. Ooh, that one comes inside. Ben liked that one. Took an old daddy hack at that. Down 0-2 in this count. Benny, a couple of pop-outs to the left side in his at-bats today. Skukrud looks in. Bry bringing that bender. That one will stay up. Long look over at second base. Whoo-ha, just outside. Good pitch from Skukrud. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Nobody down. Bottom of 6. Gophers are up 6-1. And Ben's going to sky this one on the left side, and that one's going to be out of play. Still 2-2 to Ben Carrier. Runners on first and second for the Gophers. Skookaroo to deal. Long look at second base. And that's going to be outside. He pushes this one full, so payoff pitch here to Ben Carrier. Ooh, Benny gets a piece of that one. Nordine holds on, however, first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. So, shortstop Chase Johnston comes to the plate for the Gophers. 1 down, bottom of 6. Johnston popped to the second baseman his last at bat. Down on strikes his first couple at bats. We'll see if Chase can't get off the schneid and push one that way. That one will stay in, maybe a little bit up. Skookaroo 1-0 to Chase. That'll stay up. 2-0. Stay outside. 3-0 to Chase Johnston. And Skookaroo takes a lot off of that one. Comes back with his first strike of this at bat. 3-1. Hitters count still. Good cut there. Chase hits a straight back on that swing. Skookaroo comes back. Pushes this to a full count. He was down 3-0 in this one. Skookaroo to deliver. Chase takes a cut at that one and goes down on strikes. So Caden Bolts comes to the plate for the Gophers. Hitting for Kaysen. That'll be on the outside half. Strike one. Skookaroo to deliver. Runners on first and second. Now it'll catch it again. So a consistent strike over there, and if you're Skookaroo here, you probably want to see what kind of limits you can reach on that outside half. Big lead over at second base. Runners will go. Swing and a miss. And he called him out. Looked like that might have hit the dirt, but Volte goes after that one. And that'll be a strikeout here to end things here. Runner stranded here on first and second. However, the Gophers plate 3 more to go up 6-1 in this ball game. We go to the top of the 7th. Gophers looking to close this one out in this first game of the doubleheader with Dover-Eyota. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Gophers looking to close this one out against the Dover-Eyota Eagles in the first game of this doubleheader. Some defensive adjustments for the Gophers. Andrew Eichhoff in right field. Ben Carrier moves to center. Ryan Rindles in left. And we've got Jackson Bernard at first base. Well, Dover-Eyota will bring Owen Erke to the plate for this top of the 7th. Down Main Street, strike one for Owen Erke. Nice job working ahead by Cole Raymaker. Cole with a triple his last at bat, so just bringing the noise to the mound as well. Hard hit ball, center field. Ben Carrier will jump on that one, takes a few steps up. Good hard hit ball, but Benny on the spot was right there for it. One down, top of 7. Tyson Mulliken steps to the plate for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. Mulligan, a 4-3 and a 4-6 put out. Shoots that one right up the middle. Base runner for Dover-Eyota. Benny down on one knee. Keeps that in front. And a base runner for Dover-Eyota in the top of the 7th. Dover needs 5 runs to keep playing here. Kellen Andring steps to the plate for Dover-Eyota. I would not expect to see any kind of fireworks on the base paths. Raymaker looks in. And that's going to be strike one. Works ahead once again, and Cole, when he's on and working ahead, he can do some damage. That one fouled straight back. 0-2 is the count here. One down, top of 7. Gophers lead 6-1. Big cut on the inside, gets him going on strikes, and Andring is down. For out number 2 in the top of the 7th, we will bring up Kelton Foster to hit for Nordine. 2 down, Eagles down to their last out. Mulliken over at first. Foster's going to push one over, pull one down the line. 3 unassisted here from Jackson Bernard to end the threat in the top of the 7th inning. Well, Gophers take this one over the Dover-Eyota Eagles. 6-1 in the first half of this doubleheader. Gophers here. I'm just going to go ahead and tally up some stats here really quick. I'll be right back. So welcome back, folks. Here, just looking at some real quick stats. Gophers, by my count, and this is unofficial, purely unofficial. I've got them down for 5 hits is all in this ball game. A couple of walks here given up by Matejka. Matejka did not throw a bad game here. He just got in a little bit of trouble in the 4th and the 6th inning. And then the Gophers in the 6th inning busted out with a couple of triples. On the day, though, big knock here in the lineup was Thane Shield with a couple of hits and 3 RBIs tonight. And so he did his job down there. Runners on base, and Thane delivered with 3 RBIs on the night. Well, Gophers once again take this one 6-1 in the first half of this doubleheader over Dover-Eyota. We're going to be right back with our second half of the doubleheader right after this. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the second half of our doubleheader here. Joel Skookrud on the mound for Dover-Eyota. They will be the home team here, and he's going to hit the outside. Chase Johnston leads off for the Gophers. Strike one to him. And takes a lot off of that pitch there. Down 0-2 in the count is Chase. Skookrud came in relief of Mateka in the first game, and he's just going to take over on the mound once again. Gophers won that first one 6-1 over Dover-Eyota. Johnston going to stay alive on this one. One and two to Johnston. And 2-2 evens the count. Inside with that one. Johnston going to shoot that one up the middle. Over to make that play. 4-3 put out to get Johnston. Girls over on the softball field, I believe they are down 1 run to Dover-Eyota. Just one game for them tonight. Doubleheader with Dover-Eyota here. Dover-Eyota going some field maintenance on their place. Next time we see them over there, they will, if I'm not mistaken, have themselves a beautiful grass infield and be ready to play in the 2026 season. Skookrud comes back with a strike on the outside, evens this up at 1 apiece. 1 down, top of 1. And he'll lay another one in there. Kason Johnson lays off that one. Good little nibble pitch there, drop down on the off speed. Evens this count at 2 apiece. And that one is going to be outside. So, got ourselves our first full count of the ball game. Skookrud battling with Kason Johnson. Kason, center fielder today. Payoff pitch. Kason shoots it the other way. Base knock into right field for Kason Johnson. That'll bring up Weston Nolte, and Weston hit a couple balls hard in that first game. Kason, pretty standard lead over there at first base. And that's going to catch the outside. Skookrud starting ahead once again with his batter. Kason a little more over there. And that one will stay up. Skookrud just didn't get on top of that breaking ball. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Kason a little bit more over there. That one will stay up and out, 2-1. 1 down, top of 1, Gophers and Eagles. Gophers took the first half of this doubleheader, 6-1. Couple of breakout innings in the 4th and the 6th inning to go up 6-1 in that one. Dover-Eyota scored the first run out of the ball game in that first game. And just couldn't get anything going offensively after the fact. Well, hitters count here to Kason Johnson. That one will stay, well, actually, I'm sorry, to Weston Nolte. Weston gets himself on base with a walk. That'll bring up Cole Raymaker. Cole Raymaker with a triple in that first game. Weston Nolte at first. Kason Johnson over at second. That one will stay up. 1-0 to Cole Raymaker. No hold at first, so big lead for Weston. Little gamesmanship on second. There's that strike right down Main Street. Evens the count at 1 apiece. That one's going to go to the right side. It's going to be a long run. We'll see if the second baseman gets there just foul. And runners will head back to their respective bases, or their respective bases, rather. 1-2 count to Cole Raymaker. Cole looked like he's kind of hanging his hands back and going that way with it anyway. Sean Kirshner on deck, left-handed batter. 1 down, top of 1, second half of the doubleheader. Long leg kick. Good cut there from Cole. One and two count here to Cole Raymaker. Top of 1. Gophers threatening here in the first inning. And that one's down. Nordine, good job getting out there and getting that. Good block. Evens the count. 2-2 to Cole Raymaker. Pickoff move to second base. Knocked down. Kayson's got a little gamesmanship going on with the guys back there. They're doing a couple of and we'll get the second baseman over to give her a shot. Cole Raymaker shot to the left center field gap, and that's going to be down. And that's going to score both runs. Weston Nolte coming around to score here. Another extra base hit for Cole Raymaker. And he gives the old wave at second base. Atta boy. Sean Kirshner comes to the plate. 2-0 Gophers in the top of the first inning. So Cole seeing the ball well tonight. One down. Sean Kirshner at the plate. That one's going to be out. Nordine up to get that one. 1 ball to Sean. Sean's also got a extra base hit and a triple in that first game. If you ask his dad, that's where he got his wheels. And Sean takes a cut at that one. Gets out ahead of that. So Sean's going to have to keep his hands back. He is a very nice pull hitter, but he's going to have to stay back on this one. 2-1 to Cole Raymaker. Or Sean Kirshner, I'm sorry. Pop to second base for the second out. So Jackson Bernard comes to the plate, DH, in this ball game. Raymaker, fairly conservative lead at second base. Nice shot by Jackson Bernard, and that's going to be down the line. And we're going to bring Cole Raymaker in for the third run of this inning. What a nice shot. Jackson Bernard just dropped that head down there, pulled it down the line. Good play in right field to get to that ball. That one easily could have rolled to the fence. That's going to plate the third run of this inning. So Jackson Bernard at first base, 2 down. Ryan Rindle's in at the plate. That one's going to stay inside. Nordine slides out to get that. 1-0 to Ryan Rindles. Rindles over to Hommel at first base, and an unassisted out there to get the third out of this inning. However, the damage is done. Gophers played 3 in the top of the first inning on a walk and a couple of hits. And we will come back with Caden Haig, Luke Myers, and Matt Mateka for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Gophers leading this one 3-0 over Dover-Eyota, plating 3 runs on a couple of hits in the first inning. Well, home team on the scoreboard is the Dover-Eyota Eagles. And they'll bring up Caden Haig to start things off for their club. Good shot back there. Andrew Eichhoff on the mound for the Gophers tonight in the second game. Oh, 1-1. Eichhoff, left-hander. Little bender. Late break on that. That was a good-looking pitch. Aiden Johnsrud talks over there with Chase Johnston, and they're going to make Andrew get up. So a pop fly here to start things off to Aiden Johnsrud at second base. One down, bottom of 1. Luke Myers will step to the plate for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. Eichhoff to deliver to the left-hander, lefty on lefty. And he's going to catch the outside. Starts 0-1. Gophers pitchers, you know, you start ahead, you stay ahead. Get ahead, stay ahead. And that one's going to be down. 1-1. Trying to see here what the score was over at that softball game. Just one game for the girls tonight. And Eichhoff kind of falling away when he's throwing that. She's got to stay forward. 2-1 to Luke Myers. 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. Gophers lead 3-0. And he's going to get him on the outside. Evens this count up at 2 apiece. So Luke just looking like he's maybe jumping out of that box just a tad. If he stays in, he'd be just fine. Eichhoff to deliver on the 2-2 count. And it's going to be a pop to the left side. Cole Raymaker makes his way up the line. And Mr. Extra Base Hit is going to take this second out of the bottom of the first inning. So 2 down, brings up Matt Matejka. He pitched that first game. Say thank you here for Benny for redoing those batter's boxes and the pitching mound. Good cut from Matejka. Once again, Eichhoff starts ahead. So we get ourselves into the first full week of May, and the Gophers doubleheader tonight and a game on Tuesday. And they go to Pine Island tomorrow night. It would be a real test. Pine Island's a tough ball club. Good breaking ball. Matejka keeps his hands back, waits on that one, fouls that straight back. Down 0-2 in this count, so Eichhoff's got that tight breaking ball, and we'll see if he just brings that on the inside again. Matejka, dead pull hitter. Upcoming pitch, and he's going to stay on the inside. Ben Carrier in center field will range to his left just a bit and get that third out. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors for the Gophers in the field. We go to the top of the second inning. Gophers will bring up Aiden Johnsrud and Ben Carrier along with Chase Johnston in the hole. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field. We go to the top of the second inning. Aiden Johnsrud will start things off for the Gophers. He's going to hit one to straightaway center field, ranging over and making the catch in center. Couple of pitches, 1 out here. And that'll bring to the plate Ben Carrier, center fielder here in this ball game. Nice tight breaking ball, and that's going to stay inside. Good spot, though, from Skukrud. I like that pitch. Ben sitting back on it. Not much wind at all, if any. Oh, Benny. Oh, he just out ahead of that one. That was a pitch to Tater, Big Cat. And he's thinking the same thing. Yeah, that was a good for him to go after. Gophers batters up in the box. Skukrud to deliver on 1-1. And that's going to stay up. Good eye, Benny. Ben swinging that at, or actually, yeah. That one's going to get out of play. Actually, let's see, I believe select power. Good two-piece bat for Benny to swing. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. And Ben lays that bat down there. Defensive swing. He's going to round hard. And a nice base knock to start things off here in the second inning. There you go, Benny. That'll bring to the plate Chase Johnston. Grounded out to the second baseman, his first at bat. Chase looking to get back on the old pony here. Good wheels on the base, and Benny. And he's going to take off right away. Oh, a little hit and run. Strike one to Chase Johnston. Getting the signs here from Coach Baum. Benny, a little lean over there. He's going to stay put. That pitch is up. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Gophers lead this one 3-0 after 3 runs in the first inning. Benny takes off, inside pitch, tough one to throw on. Ben is going to be safe at second base. Ball gets away. Ben thought about it. So runner in scoring position. 2-1 count to Chase Johnston. That's a tough one for Nordine to handle back there, that inside pitch, and a lot going on at the plate there. Chase pushes one over the dugout, Dover-Eyota dugout. I'm thinking he's going to get a hit here. Chase is due. He's starting to put the bat on the ball. Count is even at 2 apiece. Skooker probably going to bring back some off speed. And there's that curveball, hits the inside. And that'll be the second out of the second inning. Ben Carrier still at second base. That'll bring up Kaysen Johnson. Kaysen with a base wrap to the right side, his first at bat. Boy, that would be nice for him to shoot one into the gap there again. A little swirling wind, kind of right to left for us here. Kaysen's going to hop on that one. Hit her hard to left field, but back is Luke Myers. Nice hard hit line drive out there. And that'll end the threat for the Gophers. 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Dover-Eyota will pull up Joel Skukrud, Owen Erke, and Tyson Mulligan. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Gophers leading this one 3-0. Dover-Eyota brings up pitcher Joel Skukrud to the plate. Skukrud's first at bat in this ball game. And that one will stay up in the zone. Ball 1 to Skukrud. Andrew Eichhoff on the mound for the Gophers. And that one's going to be right down Main Street. Little foul tip. Sean Kirshner is going to catch that one. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Eichhoff working pretty efficiently right now. Ooh, just about caught that outside. 2-1. Skukrud digs back in. And he's going to take a hard cut at that one. A little tail away almost with a little off speed from Andrew Eichhoff. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Just kind of checking in on the girls' game as well. Kendall Nolte looks like, whoa, Skukrud's going to wave at that one, and it's going to be the first out here of the top, or bottom of the second inning, rather. Dover-Eyota is the home team. So into the box is Owen Erke. Eichhoff to deliver, and he'll catch the outside. Sean, good job kind of holding that glove there. Got that call. In some realms, probably out, but here we are. Good strike zone so far from these umpires. Breaking ball is going to be fouled straight back. Quickly up 0-2 in this count is Andrew Eichhoff throwing strikes. Eichhoff to deliver, up 0-2 in this count, 1 down, bottom of 2. And a strike on the outside, got him swinging. Second strikeout of the second inning here for Andrew Eichhoff. That'll bring up Tyson Mulliken to the plate for Dover-Eyota. Eichhoff to deliver. And that one's down in the dirt. Sean tries to get that one. Ball 1 to Mulliken. Shot to the right side from Mulliken, and that's right down the line. We'll see if he comes to. No, good hustle over there in right field to get the ball in. And we're going to keep him there at first base. Andring steps to the plate for Dover-Eyota. 2 down, runner on first base. And a pop up to the left side, and that one is, ooh, just going to be out. Well, no, that's going to stay in. Cole was over there, and it just kind of, I didn't know if he was going to hit the top of the fence or not. So kind of a tough play over there for him. Andring at the plate. Sean tries to bring that one back. And it'll even up the count here at 1 apiece. Mulliken over at first base after that base knock. Oh, Weston, a little hop, skip, and a jump over there to get that one. So Eichhoff, obviously a left-hander, and I just have to kind of catch up with that. Comes to the plate. Good on the outside. Strike 2. Goes up in this one, 1-2. Eichhoff up in this count, 1-2. Already has 2 Ks this inning. He would like to end this one, obviously. Oh, and you'll go a little tail off there. Evens count off. 2 apiece. Long look. Up though. Runs this one full. Entering at the plate for Dover-Eyota. 2 down. Bottom of 2. Got to come with it here. Payoff pitch. And he gets him swinging, a little tip. But Sean hangs on, and 3 strikeouts in the second inning for Andrew Eichhoff. And that's the 3rd out. And 1 hit for Dover-Eyota in that Mulligan base knocked down the right field line. 1 runner stranded. Still 3-0 in favor of the Gophers. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Weston Nolte, Cole Raymaker, and Sean Kirshner will be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Weston Nolte starts things off for the Gophers. Skukrud delivers. Weston pop up. Oh, he liked that one. Just got under that. Hummel in from first base, and that one's going to drop, and it looks the same in the book. Weston will reach on a base knock. He'll talk about that one after the game, saying that was his hardest hit ball. But Hummel just barely overran that one, and he didn't touch it. So in the book, she is a hit. That'll bring up Cole Raymaker. Cole pitched a really nice game that first game. Weston, pretty decent lead. Pitch is upstairs. 1-0 to Cole Raymaker. Fouls that one straight back over the street. 1-1. Weston's taken off, and it's going to be a hit and run. This one's going to be fouled back again. 1-2 to Cole Raymaker. So Weston probably having a little face-off with his brother about who's stealing more bases. I think Weston is coming up in the lead there. So Big Cat is potentially hit more doubles to the gap, but Weston stole more bases, I think. Cole Raymaker knocks this one deep into left field. Myers ranging over. Good play. Wow. He got that one up in the zone and just hawked that one over to left field. So 1 out here. Hard hit ball over there. I'm going to give that a line out because he really didn't get that high anyway. 1 down. Weston Nolte still at first base after his hit. Sean Kirshner at the plate, catcher for the Gophers in this one as well. Sean takes a cut at it. Probably up a little bit, but Sean was guessing what he wanted to hit. That one's going to be down in the zone. Pop fly in the infield again. Skookered back. Mateka comes in from shortstop to make that play. Wow, that was just in a really odd spot, and I think Skookeru just looked straight up and lost that one. That's a tough one to make. 2 down, top of 3. Gophers lead this one 3-0. That'll bring up Jackson Bernard. Jackson Bernard with a base knock, his first at bat. Weston back. Well, don't worry about Weston. He's going to steal one here. Probably a hit and run on here right away. Jackson's been seeing the ball well. Good cut. Very nice cut there from Jackson Bernard. Skooker came on the outside half, and Jackson was going to cut her over there. Weston, pretty good lead. And that'll hit the inside. Whoa, that's a good one for Jackson to hit over that line. Down 0-2. Well, he's got number 7 on, and see if the namesake is going to stick in there with 2 strikes. And he does. He'll foul this one straight back. Weston getting a little workout in there. He wanted to run some sprints anyway. 2 strikes, Jackson Bernard here in the top of the 3rd inning. Gophers lead this one 3-0. Skooker would probably come back with some off speed. And he does actually goes a little tail on the outside, and he's going to get Jackson Bernard on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, runner stranded over there on first base. 1 hit this inning. No runs, no errors, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Dover-Eyota will bring up Kelton Foster, Cade Hommel, and Caden Haig to the plate. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Dover-Eyota, home team here in this second half of the doubleheader. Kelton Foster will step to the plate for Dover-Eyota. Ike off to deliver. Just down on the inside. 1-0 to Foster. Eichhoff looking to come back with this one. Hey, and right down Main Street, evens the count at 1 apiece. Eichhoff to deliver. The inside, that one will be inside out and over there on top of the batting cage. Eichhoff go up here 1-2 in this count. Foster got himself a pinch hit appearance in the first game of this doubleheader, and he's DHing today, or in the second half, for Nordine. Eichhoff to deliver inside, tails back in. He's got that little tail on that fastball. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eichhoff kind of fell on that pitch. I think he's seeing something on the mound that he wants to fix. So a full count, payoff pitch upcoming to Kelton Foster of the Dover-Eyota Eagles. Eichhoff just wants to come back with one. Defense playing well. Let him work. And he gets him up high. Foster chases that one. Strikeout victim here. And the bottom of the third inning. So 1 down here. Bottom of the third. Cade Hamel steps to the plate for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. First pitch is in there. Oh, nice breaking ball. That was tight. 0-1 to Hamel. And he tries to go out a little bit further with that one. Count even up at 1 apiece to Hamel. Eichhoff to deliver, and that'll stay out. 2-1. 9-batter Cade Hamel. He's over at first base in this game. And Hamel inside out swing there. A lot of spin on that ball, and Hamel's going to get down there and be safe. Boy, that one was on the inside, and somehow he pushed it over to the second baseman, and there was a whole lot of masse on that ball. Hamel's going to reach. Caden Haig, we're back to the top of the order for the Eagles. Hamel, small lead over at first base. Just 1 down in the bottom of the third inning. Eichhoff to deliver, and that one's in the dirt. Sean keeps that one out in front of him. 1-0 to Caden Haig, I'm sorry. I believe there was a Colton Haig at some point, but this is not Colton, this is Caden. That one will stay down and in, 2-0. Haig up in this count. Gophers lead this one 3-0 over Dover-Eyota. They scored 3 right away in the first inning. Got time. Ooh. Like we want to switch balls, and we've got a little bit of scuff on that one. Runner on first base, and Cade Hamel. Two no to Haig. On the inside, Cole Raymaker over to second base. 5-4-3-0. Weston just can't handle it. Oh, hold on to that one, Weston. And Haig is going to make his way over to second base. Well, Hamel's taken out with the 5-4 put out, and they just couldn't turn it. Hard hit ball over there. We were close on that one. Haig is going to reach. But 2 down in the bottom of the third inning. That'll bring up number 2 hitter Luke Myers. He's in left field today for Dover-Eyota. To deliver, Eichhoff. Oh, a nice breaking ball again. 0-1 to Myers. That one's on the inside. 0-2. Runner on second base and Caden Haig. Eichhoff up 0-2 in this one. And he's going to pull one off the table. And this count's going to go to 1-2. Still up in it, obviously. Luke Myers at the plate for Dover-Eyota. Bottom of 3, Gophers lead this one 3-0. Caden Haig on second base with 2 down. Sean Kirshner moving out. We'll see if he's going to throw that breaking ball over there and nibble a little more. He's going to get the edge and a strikeout for Andrew Eichhoff, and that'll end the threat here. Runner stranded over on second base, and Caden Haig, no runs, couple of errors, however, but no runs, no hits in this bottom of the third inning for Dover-Eyota. Chatfield comes back in the top of the fourth. Up 3-0 in this ball game. They are the visiting team, obviously. And we'll be right back with more baseball at Molly Baum Field. Welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the top of the fourth inning. I was drawing a complete blank here. It's Ryan Rindles is going to lead things off for the Gophers. Aiden Johnsrud on deck, and they'll be in the hole with Ben Carrier. So Ryan Rindles in left field in this ball game. Gophers lead this one 3-0, top of the fourth inning. So a couple of games that have moved along pretty quickly this evening, and you can't ask for a much better night. Little breeze picking up, but it is beautiful out tonight. Ball 1 to Ryan Rindles. Skukru to deliver. That'll be inside. 2-0 to Rindles. Skukru puts one across the outside half. Ryan takes a good cut at that one. 2-1, still up in this count, however. Another strike on the outside. 2-2. Skukru evens this count up. Skukru working quickly. Stays up top. Full count. Payoff pitch upcoming from Joel Skukru to Ryan Rindles. And he's going to get him on strike. So comes back with it. Even the count up on him and came back with a strikeout. So one down, top of 4. Aiden Johnsrud, second baseman, steps to the plate. Right down Main Street, strike 1. Skukru working quickly this inning. One strike here to Aiden Johnsrud. That one will stay up. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Johnsrud Pop behind second base, and we've got Mateka goes out, can't get to it. Haig was coming in hard, but possibly a little miscommunication, and he's going back. That one's going to drop, and once again, hey, if we didn't touch it, she's a base hit. So that'll bring up to the plate Ben Carrier. Benny with a base knock to left field, his first at bat. Got down 2 strikes and just got that bat head out in the zone and popped her over to left field for a base knock. Aiden Johns are at first. He's taken off. Pitch is high, and he's going to slide in there safely. Backed up by the center fielder. So ball 1 to Ben Carrier, runner in scoring position in Aiden Johnsrud. A lot of activity going on over at the softball field. I don't know what's happening for sure. That one will catch the outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Long look over at second base. Aiden Johnsrud over there. Benny knocks this one down the left field line. Myers is not going to get to it. One hopper to the fence, and Ben is going to round and go to second base. And an RBI double for Benny the Bull. Benny, that is the way you get that thing down the line. That a boy. He will score Aiden Johnsrud an RBI for Ben Carrier. So Ben's second hit of the ball game. He's making a bid for the cycle already. He's halfway there. He's got a base knock and a double here. That'll bring up Chase Johnston, top of the order for the Gophers in the top of the 4th inning. Skukrud, little look back to second base. Chase knocks that one over past the right field wall. Strike 1 to him. One down in the bottom of the 4th, or the top of the 4th inning rather. Ben Carrier on second base after that RBI double. They'll go to second base with that throw, and Benny, he's back. That's what I like to hear. The dugout is chirping down there right now. We're making baseball fun. That's the way she should be. Johnston, 0-1. He's going to hit a chopper over Skukrud's head, is going to advance. Oh, he pulled him off. Hummel had to come up the line, and Chase is going to make it there. And an infield hit for him, and Ben Carrier will move over to third base. Just something in just no man's land, and Mateka had to go down to get that one. Pretty good throw, but it brought Hummel up the line just enough. Well, Kason Johnson steps to the plate for the Gophers. One down. Ben Carrier at third base. Chase Johnson over at first. I almost assume here that Chase is taking off. And that's going to be on the inside. Strike 1 to Kason Johnson. Well, Coach DeFrank has probably played Coach Baum enough times, or he's probably pretty sure what's going to happen. Chase takes off. That one's going to stay up, and they get Benny right in the posterior. Chase Johnston is going to take second base, and we'll see where that pitch was. That one was a ball, so it evens the count up at 1 apiece to Kason Johnson. Kason, let's push one the other way and bring both these guys in. Skukrud delivers high and out. 2-1. So Kason over in center, or actually right field in this ball game. Ben is over in center. That one will stay up. 3-1. Well, Kason, we're thinking of a pitch and only a pitch. Runners on second and third. And Skukrud comes back with a strike. Took a little something off that. Even something over to that right side should bring in Benny. Kayson's going to knock that one up the middle, and that is going to score the run. He will go over and get the out, but Chase Johnson moves up to third base, and Ben Carrier scores. So, Kayson, good job. Put that thing in play and get that run across. 6-3 put out for the second out of this inning. However, the Gophers have plated 2 runs. 5-0 now in favor of the Gophers. Runner in scoring position over there on third base. And we got Weston Nolte, who is really a fan of line drives to the gaps. And that would be awesome. That one will stay just out. Right there. Skooker nibbling a little further. He's been getting some of those calls, so not a bad idea. Weston steps in with 1-0. That one will stay up. 2-0 to Weston Nolte. He'll look over for a sign, but Coach Baum probably gives the old hit it hard sign. Ooh, Weston just got under that one a little bit. 2-1 is the count. That was a nice pitch to hit for Weston. That one will stay in. Good job over there staying in front of the ball. That could have gone really wrong in a hurry. Ooh, I think he got him right on. Give him a minute. All right, Skooker stays off the mound here. Give him a minute to catch his breath over at third. Hitter's count here for Weston Nolte, 3-1 to him. Be a little careful with him. Oh, Weston, hey, heads up, Coach Johnson over there on first. We got to have those. Pushes this one to a full count. Weston Nolte, good battle here with Skooker. I'm calling off speed. Well, it's 3-2 here, full count, and Skooker wants to come with a strike. And it's going to be down and away. Weston will take a walk. Good job by Nordine knocking that one down, not letting it get to the fence. We have runners on the corner once again with Mr. Extra Base hit. Cole Raymaker is up right now. And a little mound visit from Coach DeFrang. Well, Skooker goes 3 2/3, and we'll see who we've got coming in to pitch. Looks like we may have Luke Myers moving to the mound. 3 2/3 inning here for Skooker. Gives up 5 runs. Three strikeouts in this one. There are a couple of hits that weren't really. There's not much he could do about that. He induced a couple of pop-ups. They're just in some goofy spots, and nothing he can do about that. But Myers will come in here, try to finish off this 4th inning. We're going to take a real quick break, and we'll come back when Luke Myers is done with his warm-up pitches. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go well, we're not going anywhere. We're still in the fourth inning. 2 down, 5-0 Gophers. Runners on the corners for Chatfield. Weston Nolte. Oh, and a big bender from Luke Myers. And Cole Raymaker was thinking big cut right there. And a lot taken off of that one. Big bender from him. 0-1 to Cole. That one will stay out. 1-1 to Cole Raymaker. Outfielders playing fairly deep. That one's going to be a strike. Weston was going to take off on that one. 1-2 to Cole Raymaker. Cole just trying to hang on here. Weston probably be taken off. And he doesn't. That's going to get away from Nordine. And we've got a rundown. Everybody's safe, however. Chase Johnson was going to take off from third base. Well, a drop third strike, and Cole Raymaker is going to make it to first base. Nordine had that corralled. They just couldn't find it just behind him. And his feet got tangled a bit, and he tried to go to third base and couldn't get Chase Johnson. Sean Kirshner comes to the plate, and he's going to get hit. And we're going to bring across another run for the Gophers. Everybody's going to advance a base. So Sam Ruskell will come in to run for Sean Kirshner, so Sean can get that gear on. Well, Jackson Bernard up at the plate for the Gophers. He had a base knock his first at bat, struck out his second at bat, but Jackson is selective here. He can do some damage. Oh, good bender. I like that one. That stayed just up. Good looking pitch. 1-0, however, to Jackson Bernard. Runners with huge leads, and Jackson's going to go the other way. That's going to get through. Oh, no, Matenka's going to make the play. Everybody gets up a base. Weston Nolte will come around to score, so Jackson Bernard hits the other way deep into the hole. Ryan Rindles to the plate. Another left-hander here. Bases are loaded with Gophers still. Ryan takes a wave at that one. Hey, Ryan, just get that confidence back here, big guy. Good cut at that one. Strike 2 to him. Bases are loaded, 2 down, top of 4. And that one will stay out. Good pitch from Myers, went outside with it. 1-2 to Ryan Rindles. Rindles is going to pop that one out. First base, Joel Skooker will make the play. More damage done here in the fourth inning for the Gophers. They played 4 runs, and we will be back with the bottom of the fourth inning. Dover-Eyota will bring Matt Matejka, Joel Skookrud, and Owen Erke to the plate. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Gophers plated 4 more runs there to make it a 7-0 ball game. In the top of the fourth, Matt Matejka steps to the plate for the Eagles in what is a beautiful evening here at Molly Baum Field. Andrew Eichhoff to deliver. Strike on the outside. That one will be down in front of the plate. Evens the count here, 1 apiece to Matejka. On deck batter, getting himself a lot of work over there, and Skukrud. Eichhoff with the count even up at 1 apiece to deliver to Matejka. And that'll tail just out of the zone, 2-1. Gophers up in this one 7-0, and Dover-Eyota just looking to get something going offensively. Eichhoff has done a really nice job on the bump here tonight. Matejka fouls that one off over the Dover-Eyota dugout, making this count 2-1. Or 2-2 rather, evens it up. And he's going to push one over there to the right field side. It's going to be foul, however. Count stays 2-2. Eichhoff battling here against Matejka. And when that breaking ball stays up, going to push this thing to a full count. Eichhoff, payoff pitch to Matejka. Nobody down. Bottom of 4. And he's going to walk him. That one tailed away. Leadoff runner on for the Dover-Eyota Eagles. And as Dan Schindler would say, there's a very high percentage in the 60s. 60 percentile, I believe, that are going to score on a leadoff walk. However, I believe Andrew Eichhoff is probably going to strand him over at first base. Matejka with a pretty big lead over there on that left-hander. Skukrud watches that one go down for a ball. One and 0 to Skukrud. Matejka. Big lead over there. 2-0 to Skukrud. Matejka leaning toward second base. Skukrud takes a cut at that one. That one just off the plate, but pretty good spot there for Eichhoff. Matejka once again, pretty good lead. Eichhoff comes set and delivers, evens this count up at 2 apiece. So 2-2 to Skukrud. See if Matejka takes off. Little strike him out, throw him out here from Shawnee. Matejka, big lead. Knock over to left field. Ron Rindle's a couple steps back. He is going to make the catch. Good hard hit ball out there for Skukrud. Very productive at bat for him. Saw a lot of pitches in that one. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Owen Erke. Matejka, big lead over there. Good cut. Erke fouls that one straight back. Andrew starts ahead once again. 1 down, bottom of 4. Gophers lead this one 7-0. Mateka, pretty healthy chunk of real estate over there, leaning to his right toward second base. That breaking ball is going to stay up. Dover-Eyota looking to keep base runners on over there, so Mateka is taking some risks. 1-1. To Erke. Ooh, just out. 2-1. Pretty good pitch from Andrew Eichhoff. Just out. 7-0 in favor of the Gophers. Mateka, big lean to second base. He's going to go over there. Ooh, wow. Well, Mateka knows what he can get now. He's not going to be able to go any further than that, I don't think. That's a pretty darn big lead. Mateka's maybe knocked the wind out of himself a little bit. So one of my favorites here, and I see Luke standing over there. He liked to throw over there without ever stepping on the rubber. Got a few guys in that way. Mateka's going to take off. Sean Kirchner, one hop throw. Ooh, just in there is Mateka. And that big lead pays off for him. That's going to be 3-1. I believe that was a ball. Mateka is going to be at second base with 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning, or bottom of the 4th, rather. So Erke thought that was on the outside. Was ready to go down to first base. 1 down. Full count here. Eichhoff came back in this count. So payoff pitch from Andrew Eichhoff. Mateka at second base. And that one's going to stay outside. So runners at first and second. Couple of walks here, and that's been really what they could generate here so far today. Just 1 hit in the ball game for Dover-Eyota. Eichhoff unable to really catch that outside corner. He's just getting that tail. And she's going awry for him. Coach Baum out there to take a little meeting of the minds on the mound. So as I mentioned here, we've got Pine Island tomorrow night at Pine Island, and then next week, I think we do have 3 games again next week. And next Saturday is the finale already for the Gopher baseball season, regular season that is. They will take on Lourdes at home here next Saturday. So just a couple more opportunities to see Chatfield play at home. Just depending on what happens with the playoffs. Maybe a playoff game there. Depends on the seedings. Hey, and on the inside, he's going to start him off with a strike. So Tyson Mulliken will take strike 1. Runners on first and second. For Dover-Eyota, bottom of 4. And that one's going to catch it. So now you can play around with the outside corner just a little bit, Andrew. No hold on first base. Not much going on at second. Yeah, he's going to push it over there. 1-2. Eichhoff still up in this count. We'll see if he can't catch a corner. and get that second out of the bottom of the fourth inning. Wyckoff to deliver, stays out, evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 quick strikes, but then coming back with a couple on the outside. Gophers with a 7-0 lead, so Andrews needs to go ahead and throw strikes, let them do their work. Ooh, just down, and he's going to run that one full. Like to see a hard hit ball at shortstop and turn this thing, get out of here. Delivers, pop over there. Oh, he's going to be safe at first base. Kind of a lazy pop over to second base to Aiden Johnsrud. He got that out of his glove very quickly. And over to first base. Wow, that was close. That'll bring up Andring. Erke was back, but that was pretty darn close. Wyckoff to deliver to Andring. And he'll catch the outside. So if he's going to get that call over there, let him get that call over there. We know how far we can go with it. 2 down. Bottom of 4. Gophers lead this ball game 7-0 over Dover-Eyota. Nice. Tight breaking ball. Goes up 0-2 in this count. Now we can nibble over there on that outside. Andring back in the box and over in the right-handed batter's box. Wyckoff stays up with that one. 1-2 to Andring. And that'll stay out. Wyckoff evens this one up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two down, bottom of 4. Runners on first and second. Andrew Wyckoff looking to get out of here. Both runners on walks, so he'd like to just get out. That one's going to be popped to the right side. Weston Nolte to give chase. Dives into the pea gravel over there. Going to make the play, however. Like a cat over there. Good play, Weston. Just laid it all out there. So we're going to strand runners at first and second. So 2 walks to put people on base there in that inning. But the Gophers take care of business. Andrew Wyckoff came back and did enough here to get those outs. And great play by Weston Nolte over there on the first base side, diving out into that gravel. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. Gophers up 7-0. We'll be right back. Hey, we go to the top of the 5th inning. Gophers lead this one 7-0. Sam Ruskell will hit for Aiden Johnsrud. We are ready to go. Ruskell steps in. Top of 5. Gophers lead this one 7-0 over Dover-Eyota. Cut. Ruskell takes that one. Straight back. Pitch up coming from Myers, and that one's going to stay up and out. Evens the count at 1 apiece. That one will stay out. 2-1 to Ruskell. Beautiful evening at Molly Baum Field, and that one will stay out. Sam Ruskell up 3-1 in this count. Hey, Sam, whatever you like here. Gotta be you. Myers came in relief of Skookrud. That one will stay up and out. Ruskell draws himself a walk. Base runner for the Gophers here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Ben Carrier to the plate. Ben is 2 for 2 today with a base knock and a double and a run scored here in the last at bat. Ruskell, conservative lead. Benny. That's going to hit the inside. Oh, Ben. Let's look for that pitch again, get that head of that bat down there and drive her out of here. 0-1 to Ben Carrier. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Ruskell back. Nice little nifty move from Myers. Oh, and 1 here to Ben Carrier. That one will stay down. 1-1. Myers, a little bit of different leg kick on that one. Ooh, Benny liked that inside. Fouled it off his foot. One and two. Sam Ruskell at first base. He walked to start this inning. Benny hit there, and he will take his base on the hit batsman. So Gophers with a little home cooking here. Ben's taking a beating today. He's been hit with the ball going down to third base and a couple of shots. Nobody down. Top of 5. Gophers lead 7-0. Runners on first and second. Chase Johnston at the plate. He takes ball 1. Takes a cut at that one. 1-1. Myers takes a little bit more off of that and Chase out ahead of it. Chase got to just get your confidence back. You'll be good. That one stays just in. Ooh, pretty good pitch from Myers. 2-1. That one will stay out. Gordine, good job going to get that one. 3-1. Myers laboring just a little bit. Johnston, hitter's count for him. You got to see one you like here, Chase. And that one's going to stay up and out. And another walk here is going to load the bases for the Gophers. So Ethan Eichhoff is going to be hitting here. So bases are loaded with Gophers. Luke Myers having a little trouble finding his spots here. Gophers looking to really tack some on and just completely bust this thing open. Corners are up for Dover-Eyota. Ethan Eichhoff takes ball 1 outside. Nowhere to put him. 1-0 to Ethan. And that one will be just down and away. 2-0. Myers to deliver. That one will be down. 3-0. Nobody down. Top of 5. Gophers threatening to bust out of here. Corners in. Going to come home with the ball to the corners. Nobody holding on the base pass. Myers to deliver outside, and he's going to walk one in. So Ethan Eichhoff draws a walk. Sam Ruskell will come around to score. And the bases are still loaded with Gophers. That'll bring up Big Weston Nolte. And I'm just assuming Weston's going to want to see one, but we shall see. 8-0 Gophers. And that's going to catch the outside. Myers comes back with one. Bases still loaded. Weston, keep your hands back. That one's going to come inside and hit him on the foot. And the second hit batsman here of this inning, along with a couple of walks, has just really hurt Myers in this one. That's going to be the second run of this inning. Johnston moves up to third. Ethan Eichhoff to second. And Weston Nolte will take first base. So we'll see. Coach DeFrank's going to go out and talk with Luke Myers. We'll see if we want to keep him on the mound or not. Looks like he's going to stay. No, actually, Myers is going to come off the mound, and we'll see who. Well, no, he's going to stay. Looked like he was about ready to give the ball up, but see if Luke Myers is just having some trouble finding his spots. He's working hard. Thane Shield to come to the plate. Bases are loaded. Thane had a big game his first game. 3 RBIs for him. That one will stay out. Ball 1. Infield in for Dover-Eyota. Thane wants to squirrel one through there, get a couple of runs across. And that one will catch it. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 9-0 in favor of the Gophers. They'd sure like to pour on a couple of more and get out of here in due time. Myers 1-1 to Thane Shield. Thane's going to knock down the base, third baseline, and that's going to score 2 more runs. Weston's going to come around to third base. He is going to score. Matejka will take the cut. Thane Shield, have a night, my man. 3 more RBIs for Thaner, clears the bases with a double. Thane seeing the ball wonderfully tonight. Just a great shot again for Thane, right down the line. And the Gophers have plated 5 runs this inning. And it is a 12-0 ball game. Sean Kirshner is at the plate, and we'll see if we've got a... Sean's going to come out. Brody Whalen will hit here for Sean. Boltsy on deck. Still nobody down in the top of the 5th inning. Thaner, 6 RBIs on the night between the 2 games. So Regular depth for the Dover-Eyota defense. That one's up and out. Ball one here to Brody Whalen. That one's going to be just out. 2-0 to Brody. Cut at that one on the outside. Good pitch here from Myers. Caught the outside. 2-1. Still a hitter's count here for Brody. Runner on second base and Thane Shield, and Brody likes to go that way with it anyway. That's going to stay inside. 3-1 to Brody Whalen. Hitter's count once again. Thane with a big old lead over there. He's going to push it over to the right side. That one's going to drop. Hummel comes in on it, and Brody's going to have a double. Thane Shield will score from second base. No, Brody Whalen says not enough. I'm going to third. So Thane Shield will score from second base, and Brody will end up at third base there with another hit. That will bring up Caden Volts. So she's a 13-0 ball game in favor of the Gophers with nobody down in the top of the fifth inning. Brody at third base. Caden Volts comes to the plate. Myers delivers. Voltsy going to hit it to second base. He will score the run, get the RBI. Good job. Brody, good hustle getting over to third base on that shot to right field. And Caden will do his job. 4-3 put out for the first out of this fifth inning. Top of five, and Gophers lead this one 14-0. Ryan Rindle steps to the plate. Down and in on Rindles. 1-0. One down, top of five. Rindles, soft liner to second base, and that will be the second out here of the fifth inning. That'll bring it right back to square one with the guy who started it all, Sam Ruskell, with a walk. That one will stay up and in. Myers brought a little extra gas there. Ruskell 1-0. Cut from Ruskell. 1-1. That'll catch the outside. That has been a consistent call all night. So 1-2 to Sam Ruskell. 2 down. Top of five, and Myers gets out of here with a strikeout of Sam Ruskell. Well, Gophers do damage. 7 more runs in the top of the fifth inning, and they now lead 14-0. Dover-Eyota in the bottom of the fifth inning needs to get things rolling to stay in this ball game. They will bring up Kelton Foster, Cade Hummel, and Caden Haig will be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Kelton Foster leads things off for Dover-Eyota. Dover-Eyota needs some runs to keep things going here. Andrew Eichhoff comes in, ball outside. One and 0 to Foster. There's a strike on the inside corner for Andrew Eichhoff. One and one. Gophers lead this one 14-0 over Dover-Eyota. That one will stay up and out. Gophers big old explosion there in the 5th inning. 7 runs from them to put them up 14-0. Eichhoff comes back with one down in the zone, but took something off it and had Foster out ahead of that one. And he goes, and well, he's ahead and evens up this count at 2 apiece. Bottom of 5, Gophers looking to close this one out early in 5 innings. And he's going to get him on the outside. Strike 3. First out here of the bottom of the 5th inning. Cade Hommel comes to the plate for the Eagles. Hommel hits one hard to left field. Ryan Rindles will come in on that one. Make the catch. Ooh, almost looked like it popped out of there. It did not, however. So, second out here of the bottom of the 5th. So, final out, or down to their final out, are the Dover-Eyota Eagles. That'll bring Haig to the plate. Caden Haig. And will stay up. 1-0 to Haig. Strike on the inside half. 1-1 evens this count up. Good pitch there from Andrew. That one will stay up and out. 2-1. Sun going down ever so slightly here at Molly Baum Field. We got some shadows across there. Pop up to center field. Ben Carrier a few steps in. Makes the catch over his left shoulder. And the Gophers take this one 14-0 in 5 innings over the Dover-Eyota Eagles. So a sweep of this one over Dover-Eyota. 6-1 in the first one and 14-0 in this one. I'm going to do a couple of stats here. I'll be right back. Well, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field. Dude, just a real quick wrap up here. As I mentioned, Gophers took the first game 6-1 over Dover-Eyota, and they were the home team, obviously, for that one. Well, we're in a doubleheader here. Dover-Eyota's getting grass on their infield, and they're establishing that. So, doubleheader here at home for the Gophers. Gophers in the second game took full advantage of anything going on around them. I would like to say Andrew Eichhoff. I like to say unofficial stats because I am not always paying attention as fully as I should in a ball game here. But it looks like, as far as I can tell here, he had a shutout here in 5 innings, 6 strikeouts. He gave up 1 hit and 4 left on base for Dover-Eyota. So Dover-Eyota just couldn't get anything going in offensively in that ball game. The only runners they had were with walks in just that 1 hit. So really nicely pitched ball game here for Andrew Eichhoff. If he stays within himself and just throws strikes, because he stays around the plate, he's in just fine shape. He's got that nice tail off that left hand and some good movement on that fastball. But we go over to the offensive side of the ball for the Gophers. 8 hits tonight, and just, they saw the ball better. They're seeing the ball better. A lot of, a few hit by pitch and several walks for Dover-Eyota. They just couldn't get themselves going on either side of the ball, offensively or defensively. Gophers, like I mentioned, took full advantage and scored 14 runs in the second game to end it in 5 innings. So in a week a couple of week stretch, it's going to be a long week with a trip to Pine Island tomorrow night for a very good Pine Island squad. This is nice to get out of here, see the ball well, and get out of here a little early in 5 innings. Oh, here comes Benny with his watering can again, so he's going to take care of things at home plate and on the mound. He's probably watering his mother's flowers when he gets home as well. So, again, here, Gophers take this first one in the first half of the doubleheader, 6-1 over Dover-Eyota. They come back in the second half and get it 14-0 over the Dover-Eyota Eagles. They go to Pine Island tomorrow night. We'll see you back here next week for more action, couple more home games for the Gophers. I'm Andy O'Connor here at Molly Baum Field. Have a great week, rest of your week and weekend, everybody. Make sure to go visit your moms on Sunday for Mother's Day, and Grandma's, that is. And I just want to say a special hello to my dad, who came home tonight after a week in the hospital up at St. Mary's. Dad, it's good to have you home, and hope you're doing well tonight. I know you're loving sleeping in your own bed as opposed to that hospital bed. So, hey, love up your family, guys. Give them an extra hug. But by all means, go see your moms on Sunday. So, Andy O'Connor here, Molly Baum Field. We will talk to you.